Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2024, the very first 2024 reading for Green Tambourine Tarot. I'm so grateful to be back. I've had a lot, as I told you guys, going on with work and also the challenge that I was rendered to not show my faith. A lot of people thought I was saying faith as in F-H, F-A-I-T-H, and it was F-A-C-E to show my face. So I did a lot of that. And and now we're back. So this reading is for your intention for the year. So this is going to be for each zodiac sign. That was what I was led to feel. And it's actually pretty late. So I just went ahead and went with it. And so let's go. All right. If all hearts and minds are clear, I will go ahead and get started. So we have different piles for different things. So I'm just going to go with the flow, as you guys know. And we are going to do a life purpose for the year, a love purpose or love part for the year. So it will be something concerning your life purpose, as well as your just some words of healing and your word of the year. So we're gonna end with your word of the year, or begin, just depending on how spirit leads me. But we're gonna go ahead and choose from the pile of zodiacs, so we'll know which zodiac goes first in the reading. Leo. All right, so Leo, I'm going to leave that there because it's going to talk about romance, but you will have this in your reading. So let's go ahead and get started with Leo. All right, so Leo, I have already shuffled some of these. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle this one. Say yes. So the first thing that Spirit is telling you is to say yes, expand through extremes, and trust life. So this is a year for you to expand through extremes and trust life. And how will you do that? So let's look at how. Me. So it's going in from your heart. I allow serenity to reign in me. The love I have for myself invites harmony to settle within my being. I listen to, honor, and strive to fulfill the needs of my soul. And I also want to go ahead and share a little bit with you from, this is actually the Rose Oracle. And for open, let's see what, let's just share a little bit of what that is, just so you can kind of have some awareness of it. Because this is one of the biggest challenges of life, just keeping your heart open through the extremes. No one is immune to the highs and lows of the human experience. From ecstasy to agony, from joy to grief, the love to the loss, we can't bypass the difficult parts of being human if we want to truly experience the bliss. And if you close your heart off to the grief, you won't be able to fully experience the joy. So this card is here to encourage you to say yes to life, to expand through the extremes, and to put your 2 feet wholly and completely in 2025. So no matter what comes your way, just stay open is what Spirit is saying to you, okay? And allow serenity to reign in you, and the love you have for yourself will invite that harmony to settle within your being, because seems like there may be some challenges this year. So just stay open. Listen to and honor and strive to fulfill the needs of your soul. That should not be very difficult for Leo, because Leo. If anyone knows how to take care of themselves, that would be a Leo. All right. So, oh, that's right. I did. I already shuffled this one. And it's the card here on top. It says, what does this say? My spiritual progress is steady and true as my soul faithfully continues to manifest divine beauty that nourishes all hearts. So that is a message from the, this is called the Circle of Healing. So that is your Circle of Healing message for 2025. Let's find out what emotion-wise, what should Leo be looking at for 2025? Oh, wow, your emotions are going to be running high. Maybe that's why Spirit is telling you to stay open, because there's going to be some emotional things going on. Just like I don't know, you know, Leo, you know exactly when you feel it. Just know that you're being encouraged to stay open about life. Okay. How do they need to handle what's coming? That's why Spirit told me to get these Art of War cards out, because you're going to have something coming up. So we just need to know, how can Leo balance that? So 2 cards came out. And it says, learn your lessons. Education begins on the first day of our lives and ends on the last. We learn something new every day. Some of it planned, some of it unplanned. Some of it useful and some of it irrelevant. We learn in different ways, by seeing, by showing, and by doing. Realizing how you learn is a skill that you can improve by trying the different methods. So stay open again. Learn your lessons, whether or not they're irrelevant or relevant that you feel. Just take what resonates, even like with this reading. So take what resonates there. And then this one says, use fire and care and water with impunity. Fire, like anger, is powerful but unpredictable and can cause lasting damage among the vanquished. Water, which shapes its course according to the nature of the ground over which it flows, soothes the argument and slowly, without destroying your opponent, turns them towards your point of view. While fire can deliver victory, water delivers increased strength. So just remember that when you're going through whatever you're going through this year, because obviously there is something, some challenges that may be coming, and we all have challenges coming, but specifically just to stay open and realize that you can use water. Think about yourself as water as you're going through your different challenges. So, Spirit, what is on the horizon for Leo for career and life purpose, I should say, not just career, but life purpose. So what's on the horizon for you for 2025 in terms of your life purpose? Oh, good gracious. There's a lot going on. I can feel a lot of energy around it. But one thing is, talk to your angels. Wow. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. So you do have quite a bit that's going to be going on this year, but just talk to your angels. Use fire with care and water with impunity. And what is your love note? So you either have a love note or a love affirmation for the year. So I'm just going to close my eyes and see what comes out. Okay. Just remember that true beauty is all around you. This affirmation reconnects you to the earth. When you feel yourself caught in a cycle of self-doubt or spiraling thoughts, it can be helpful to tune into nature to remind yourself of the abundant world around you. I know that's not exactly what that says, but I mean, know these cards, so I'm just... The beauty of nature and the ground beneath your feet remind you that you're part of something bigger, offering perspective and a sense of calm. Wow, this is definitely... Find a place to sit where you can see a plant, the sky, or some other element of nature, and repeat this phrase: true beauty is all around me. So just make sure that you, while you're going through, instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Just know that there's beauty all around you. Even though your emotions might be running high, just know that, just stay open. And look at this. I just saw this. Remember, true beauty is all around you. And it's funny that this card came out. Let me see how I know you can't see the other cards but look, it says, my spiritual progress is steady and true as my soul faithfully continues to manifest divine beauty that nourishes all hearts. This is saying true beauty is all around you. So you will get there. Just know that true beauty is all around you. So I have a bunch of cards here, and we're going to pick out your word for 2025, Leo. And that word is it 2 words? Yes. Oh my goodness. You know what? We're going to do both. Adaptable. Be adaptable. Stay open. Wow. And millionaire. Wow. Wow, Leo, maybe that's what's going on with you. You got a lot going on, so stay open. Just know that true beauty is all around you, and talk to your angels. So, wow, have a great 2025, and I wish you all the best. Take care. All right, let's see who's next up on the list. All right, Cancer. So Cancer, this is your 2025, and you can read this for your, any of your parts in your chart that you want to read for, but I am specifically, to me, reading for your sun sign. So, but you can do whatever you want. You can watch whatever you want. Excuse me. So what overall feeling do you have for Cancer? And I have already shuffled all of these again, so I'm just going to pick from... Spirit's telling me to pick from the top, so that's what we're going to do. The Great Mother. That's appropriate for Cancer. Surrender to the mystery. Fall into her arms. Okay? The Great Mother. When you have the Great Mother card, that is, this Rose Oracle talks about, it's ushered in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life on earth can be, that at times being a human can be painful, lonely, and confusing. That polarity and separation can be difficult when your soul remembers the oneness of Source, but at the same time, it can be incredibly glorious and sweet. So this card comes out to remind you that while extremes can be difficult, they can also be magnificent. So that unrestrained joy is closer to grief than we think. And perhaps the more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, the more you can say, I have truly lived. So this is challenging you in 2025 to not look at things as good or bad, because when things go well, we make it mean that everything is okay. And when things don't work out, then perhaps we've done something wrong or have something to fix. So this is telling you that you've forgotten that life on earth isn't like that. Polarity is at the core of the earth experience. And it's through the polar extremes that we grow the most. So you're not meant to avoid the shadow side of your life and the winter. So it's asking you to look at your life as a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. So hand over your worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, and doubts to the Great Mother. Lay them on her altar, return to the sureness of the soil, fall fully into her arms, and surrender to the mystery woven through it all. So it's telling you that your energy for the year is just to remember that there is no good or bad. Embrace life as it comes and give any worries or doubts over to Source. That's it. In this card, Source is showing itself as the Divine Mother or the Great Mother. So that's just, that's your theme for 2025, is just to give anything over to Source. What is your healing energy? How can you, okay, well, that one fell out. Wow, the divine fruit. So this is actually sacral chakra. I'm just looking at the different colors in it. But as I work to improve and free myself, I strengthen my foundations. My intellect is light, my heart is warm, and my soul is strength. I am nurtured by the divine sun. The fruit I bear reflects my inner light. So I'm just looking at the Cancer is very much like the nurturing energy, almost like the Great Mother. That's what I think when I think about Cancer energy. It is very nurturing and divine mother-like. And so to say that this is divine fruit, what Spirit is sharing with me is that there will be a lot of fruitfulness in 2025 for you. And so as you work to improve and free yourself, you will strengthen all of your foundations, but not like, I know it seems like I'm just, it's the reason why you need to be okay with the good and the bad and not call the bad bad and not get too overly excited about good things that happen. It's just to keep steady is what I'm hearing for you. All right. So let's look at how can keeping steady, what does that mean? It's asking you to take time to breathe out. So you want to take time to, of course it says to give your cares and worries over to the divine. So make sure that you keep your cares and worries and give those over to, or release those to the Divine Mother, and just enjoy your life in 2025. What life purpose, and I already shuffled these, let's just have it. Oh, two things came out. So let's look at both. Flowers. Again, look at that. There are two flowers, both have flowers on there. Working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So maybe getting out into nature. You know what that means. Time to breathe out. Definitely think. And this says practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly, whether that is talking to people, whatever your thing is. It doesn't have to be a musical instrument. It can actually be using your voice. It can actually, you know what this is, because it should resonate with you if you are a Cancer. We're going to go over your, I'm just going to keep it very light for you. It says, oh wow, Leo had this as well. It said be adaptable this year. So that's your word of the year, is to be adaptable. And this card was very similar to the card that Leo had, which is funny because you're right next to each other. But that's some stuff that's going to be coming for both you guys this year in 2025. So for both of the energies there. Let's look at your healing affirmation. Okay, I've already shuffled them. Take it from the top is what I'm hearing. Okay. In choosing embodied presence at this moment. I attain clarity, recognize my innate empowerment, and awaken my natural healing energies. Wow, that's so cool for that to be Cancer, and to awaken your natural healing / nurturing energy. I'm seeing a lot of purple. There's a lot of God energy. I don't know. I just see a lot of divine energy around you, which is probably why Source is telling you to be adaptable in 2025. There's going to be a lot coming your way. Look, see? There it is. Embrace adventure. There's going to be a lot coming your way. I knew it. I knew it. Injecting adventure into your love life, whether you're dating or in a long-term romance, is a great way to keep things interesting. Putting yourself in new, exciting situations with a partner provides beautiful opportunities to really get to know someone. When is the last time you did something adventurous with someone you care about? In your journal, make a list of 10 ways you can bring more adventure and spontaneity into your love life. What are you waiting for? So, that's your love note for 2025. So, you have 12 months. You got 10 things you can do to bring more spontaneity into your love life. And this is your life purpose card. Your word of the year is adaptable. And you can do things to bring forth your natural and awaken your natural healing energy, your natural nurturing energy as a Cancer, in the energy of Cancer, I should say. Thank you so much. I hope this message finds you well, and send your energy back to you, and be blessed. Next is Libra. So this is your 2025 reading for, so we're going to start with your word of the year. All right, so let's start with Libra's word of the year. Celebrate. That's your word of the year. So your word of 2025 is for you to celebrate. How awesome is that? All right, so let's start with your card. Oh, okay. The Great Mother came out again. That's so funny. All right. Okay, held. Sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. Okay, so because the Great Mother popped up again, I'm going to acknowledge, and I think that it is something that for those of you that have Cancer in your top 3, whether it is your sun, moon, or rising, if you are a Libra that has a Cancer sun, or Cancer moon, or Cancer rising, I just think that just maybe that's what it is. So go and watch the Cancer one as well, is what I'm hearing from. So let's move on to your overall feeling or message from the Divine Mother. This, when I say Divine Mother, I grew up Christian, and so to hear myself say Divine Mother sometimes, I really can't worry that, because who understands will get it. So I don't have to keep explaining that the divine is in 2 parts. It's but the Holy Spirit, when you look, it says wisdom is a she. So just know that when I say that, that is what I mean for those of you who are just watching this for the first time or watching me for the first time. So this is saying that when times are turbulent, to keep yourself steady, you need something to hold on to. And when things are crumbling around you, you must find something that you can count on that won't budge, right? So deep roots to hold you steady when the winds of change come blowing. A supportive community around you. When you leave home, you must find something to hold you. When your lover leaves, you must find something to hold you. When the job ends, you must find something to hold you. When your parents die, you must find something to hold you. And you think there's nothing holding you. It's an invitation to find new supportive ground. When you feel unsupported this year, find new supportive ground. This is where you can discover the sureness of the soil, holding of the roots, and reach out to your community for extra holding. You are never meant to grow on this earth alone. So you're being called to trust that the Great Mother has got you. Oh my God. What? It says it right here. You are being called to trust that the Great Mother has got you. And that's why she popped out. When I tell you the Great Mother card popped out when I was doing this, I was like, why did the Great Mother card pop out? I just got chills. Okay. She's telling you in 2025 that she's got you, okay? To trust in the sureness of her soil, to trust the process of what's unfolding, and that you're not going through this alone. How can you call in more support in your life? What's holding you right now? Listen here. Celebrate, Libra. Just know that you are supported, and the Great Mother wants you to know. Divine Mother Gaia, all the other things that we've learned throughout life about the feminine, spiritual aspect of life has got you. Wow, Libra, 2025 is the fact that popped out. That's like, I'm over here like, oh my God, like it told me to give you your word first. The Great Mother card popped out, but I was like, okay. And then held came up again. She came up in that description to say that she had you. It was like I couldn't get away from it. I thought it was because you needed to go back and look at the other pile, but no, because she appears in the other pile. So as the card. So if you want to hear that, definitely go back there. So, all right, let's look at your healing mantra for 2025. And this says, take action. My divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest light transforms tests into growth, challenge into opportunity, and fear into love. Okay? And red, we're looking at the root chakra. We talked about you're being held by the root and by the foundation of Mother Earth, the soil. This red is representing your root chakra, but it's also asking you to take action, and doesn't necessarily have to be action like you have to do something. But if you don't feel held, Spirit is saying, find your community, right? Find your community, and this is your year of celebration. What gracious day, 3. You had a lot. Okay. Wow. Okay. 2 came out. Expect powerful change. It said when change comes, you just know that you are held. Okay. And if you don't feel held, go find your community because they will hold you down. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. I'm feeling like in the first quarter of this year, your commitment will be tested, but a new moon, when you decide that you want to go, to me, I'm just telling you what Spirit said. When you, the powerful change that's going to be coming will allow you to celebrate is what I'm hearing, but your commitment will be tested in the first quarter of 2025. So what can we expect for freedom? You are free to do what you choose in 2025. in your life purpose, you are free to do what you choose. That is where the celebration comes in for you. All right, so I am feeling, let me see what your healing mantra. Wow. I release through the crown chakra, surrendering gracefully into expansive spiritual freedom, ready to embrace new grace. Wow. Your commitment is being tested, but expect powerful change in 2025. Wow. So your crown chakra means that you are going to be really receiving messages. Golly, wow, the cards are dropping. It's a lot of energy around power. Love yourself first. And the card is purple. Wow. Before you can really open yourself up to true love, this is for your love part of 2025, you have to learn to love yourself. This affirmation reminds you to send love to yourself, to connect with these words. So begin, this is what you can do. So this is the action you can take for love. Sitting in a quiet place with your hands resting in your knees, say these words 3 times. I love myself first. Let's try now. I love myself first. I love myself first. I love myself first. That's probably very difficult sometimes for a Libra because they want to harmonize and make sure everybody's okay. Breathe in and out twice. Now consider what you love most about yourself, big or small. Repeat those things in your mind over and over as you imagine your heart filling with warm, golden light that emanates throughout your body. Stay here for at least 5 minutes. Repeat this affirmation whenever you need a boost of confidence or self-love. So this is about self-love for you. Celebrate yourself this year, Libra, and I'm wishing you all the best. Take care. All right, so let's see who is next up on the list. Pisces. All right, so this reading for 2025 is for you, Pisces. All right, so let's start with your healing affirmation, not healing affirmation, but your healing activation. Triquetra of ancient wisdom, I hope I pronounced that correctly, protects my soul with sacred circles of rest and renewal, creativity and expressiveness, silence and spaciousness. So it sounds like it's going to be a year of rest and renewal for you, and it's going to be a year of transformation, but it's going to be a restful transformation. Let's look at your word first. This is going to be interesting. I'm feeling like very interesting words for you, or things coming for you. Interesting. Your word for the year is supporter. So maybe the circles of rest and renewal, creativity and expressiveness, silence and spaciousness, all of that kind of comes within peace. So let's see what divine wisdom / from the design, your message from the design from the Rose Oracle here. It is the sacred waters. Wow, Pisces, and you're a water sign. So nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care. This even speaks to that, rest and renewal. So this is going to be a year of nourishment, replenishment, health, rest, and self-care for you, Pisces. So I'm excited to hear about the sacred water for you. So let's see what's going on with that. The sacred water. I mean, that's so funny that you just feel like that's what's happening. And then sacred waters. So it's the life-giving mother of us all. Healing waters replenish us and give us life. This is talking about this, rest and renewal. So this is asking you to drop your roots deep to receive the nourishment you so deeply need, to appreciate, protect, and honor the very thing that you take for granted. The mother of the sacred waters delivers the message to slow down. So this is your message. Slow down and take care of yourself, particularly your body. Supporter. To prioritize your well-being and live in a way that's sustainable. Replenish and nourish yourself. Rest and renewal. Replenish and nourish yourself before you become brittle and parched. The Mother of Sacred Waters wants you to know that there's nothing more important in your life than the care of your own sacred vessel of a body. And Earth is an extension of that. She wants you to treat yourself with tender care, to cherish your body and the Earth and hers, to fill your well until it spills over, and once it does, to find a way to give back from this place of plenty, to give your body what is yearning for most before it turns into an urgent need. So this year, it is really about taking care of yourself. And what that means in terms of replenishing your body and yourself is just saying that you can't really give from an empty cup. And you're always supporting others. Always, Pisces are very giving people. And so this year you're being encouraged to make sure your cup is full and you don't just give, and then you don't have anything to give to yourself. So sometimes it's good to be able to give from your overflow. And what that means is it's okay to keep some water for yourself and share what's dripping over. God gives you so much in abundance that you can always share and not just give and say, oh, I need to give because this, it's almost like I need to give so that I can get. God is telling me that you're going to get so much this year that you can be a supporter of others from the overflow. Okay? That's what I'm hearing. You're going to get a lot this year. And faithfulness. So your healing mantra for this year says faithfulness. I commit to my mind, heart, and will. I am devoted to the needs of my soul. Okay? This year I trust in myself, in God, and the universe. Okay? So you can say and or the universe. That is yellow. That is more of the sacral chakra there. And you can definitely look at that. Let's see what your moon energies are for 2025. Ooh, a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. And prosperity lies ahead. So new moon in Taurus. So you're going to have a fiery climax. So that's why it's telling you to take some rest for yourself, because prosperity is going to be lying ahead for you. This is where you're going to be able to give from the overflow. Okay? That's the prosperity. Whether that prosperity is in love, in life, in abundance in finances, or maybe just even an abundance in energy to be able to give to others and serve others and that kind of thing. You still want to make sure, though, that that you take care of yourself, because this year there is going to be something coming. Maybe even check the calendar for when the full moon in Aries, if there's one that's going to be coming. Pay attention to that time of the year is what I'm hearing, because you could actually, make sure you're full so that when that climax comes, you're able to be fully enough to be able to go into a place of rest and renewal. Career change. Oh, this is about your career probably for some of you. If it resonates, great. You're embarking upon a career that will bring you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve. So that's the prosperity that's coming ahead for you, Pisces. There could be a promotion or a new business starting for you. You know what that is. Look at this. In love. This is saying be ambitious. Boy, ambition. Okay. Sometimes you don't give yourself the time to consider what you really want or need, and you end up settling for less than you deserve. Setting a goal can help you work towards building the love life you dream of. This affirmation reminds you that you can and should set ambitious goals for your love life as well. You got prosperity coming. Could be in your love life. Close your eyes and consider what actions you can take to align your visions with reality. Maybe it's pushing yourself to go on more dates or trying something new and exciting with your current partner. Once you have settled on at least one thing you can do to level up in your love life, repeat this phrase 3 times. Be ambitious. All right? That is your reading for 2025, Pisces. That sounds exciting. I wish you all the best on your journey. Take care. All right, so Taurus, you are next up. Okay, so I'm flipping some of these over as I go along, and that's fine too. This was from the last reading. Okay, it's late. Spirit told me to get up and do it, so I'm doing it. If you knew how late this was tonight, it's night here, but I got up and did it anyway, because one thing I am is I try to be as obedient as possible. All right, so your word for the year, Taurus. Okay, so we're going to save your word. It says save your word. I don't know. I feel some anxiety around your word. I don't know what that's about, but we're going to go ahead and get your overall feeling for 2025, and that is the bud, potential, promise. It's about to happen. Keep going. Okay, so that's probably why I feel some anxiety there, because it's almost like it's the bud bursting forth for you for 2025. So let's see. So the embryonic swelling of the stem on a rose, this is from the Rose Oracle, of course. It's the promise of what's to come. And it's a physical manifestation of the seeds that you've been holding deep in the earth, or things that you have been planting in your life. So now you find yourself in the inner season of spring, and it's not spring right now, but it's the beginning to, in this hemisphere, it's winter. In some other parts of the world, it's summer. So, but this is the time to realize what it was always destined to be in terms of the seeds you've planted, but it still requires tending in order to bloom one day soon. So this is encouraging you for 2025 to keep your excitement, your potential, and your hope. It invites you to keep facing your true north and show up for what you're being called to create. And your effort has not gone unnoticed. Keep going. Someday soon you'll begin to see this beautiful creation in the world. So this is connected with spring, the time when the upward energy of life is bursting on through, which should be confirmation for you, because if you are a Taurus, then typically your birthday is in like end of April going into May, I believe. So you're going to, or May, I should say, May is when I know most Taurus have birthdays that I am aware of. That's the spring. So you're going to be, so this card does resonate with your energy, is what I'm hearing. So if you've been working on a project or have been dedicating yourself to ushering in some change in your life, you're being called to keep going and trust that what you've been working on is going to happen. Just keep tending your garden, and before long, your bud or your project is going to unfold. So That's probably where the nervous energy was coming from. And again, celebrate. This came out for another, your word of the year is celebrate. I have different words in here, but you're going to be able to celebrate whatever this is that is blooming for you. And your healing energy or your mantra that you can speak over your life is faith. Wow. So this is coming from your crown chakra, I would say, or your throat. Well, third eye, because it's kind of, I see that there is like a chain of faith there. So I am confident I will achieve my goals. Oh my goodness. It says keep going. So this is your mantra to say, is to have faith. I am confident I will achieve my goals. I live in the present and have faith in the future. I firmly believe in my value within the universe. So this is your mantra to say. You can do that each morning if you so desire. But just keep going with this. You are going to be able to celebrate at the end of this time. What is a word, or what's the energy for Taurus? This is a time for healing for you. When you have faith and you're trying to birth something new in life, whether it's whatever this is for you, just know that the healing could be for you to not be so nervous and keep your faith that it's going to happen. And for some of you children, your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. So this could be, even if it's the child inside of you, is what I'm hearing. Okay. So celebrate what's coming. And I'm seeing what this is about. My spiritual progress is steady and true as my soul faithfully continues to manifest divine beauty that nourishes all hearts. Wow, you keep you're Taurus, you're manifesting divine beauty. This came up for someone else as well, but this speaks volumes. So this is concerning your life purpose. This is just concerning your overall, like, I guess that's like, it's called a healing. These are circles of healing cards. And what they're designed to do is to give you soul activation and radiant manifestation through sacred words and color and in a mandala. So you can kind of keep that and just know that all of this is like divine energy and colors, just saying that that it will happen for you. And for your love life, this is telling you to embrace adventure. Injecting adventure into your love life, whether you're dating or in a long-term romance, is a great way to keep things interesting. Putting yourself in new, exciting situations with a partner provides beautiful opportunities to really get to know someone. When is the last time you did something adventurous with someone you care about? In your journal, make a list of 10 ways you can bring more adventure and spontaneity into your love life. What are you waiting for? So this is funny. I keep all my cards in here. I don't pull these out because I always feel like Spirit has, sometimes it may have the same message for a different group because this card came up for someone else, but we're not worried about that. Right now, we're talking about you, Taurus. So celebrate, and I wish you all the best in 2025. Thank you. All right, so our next Gemini. Okay, so Gemini, this message is for you. So this is your message for 2025, the overall theme, your word of the year. Oh, wow. So Gemini, your word of the year is detox. So let's see what Mother Spirit, Divine Spirit has to say to you. Wow, detox, release the petals. Oh, wow. Okay, so detox is your word of the year. And release the petals, honey. Transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. This, oh, okay. So release the petals. Let's talk about the releasing the petals. I'm going to make sure I read some from this, but just know that there is, it's time to surrender and surrender to the transformation that's coming in your life. And had not the rose, because this is a rose oracle, release its petals. So if it doesn't release its petals, the rose hip would not have come to be. So when you gather the courage to release what was, you're going to be greeted by the fruits of the future. So this is a card of change and transformation, and Spirit is telling you to have courage. You have to have the courage that is required for the rebirth to happen. So abscension is the shedding of various parts of an organism, such as a plant dropping a leaf, flower, fruit, or seed. So the rose hip knows, the phoenix does too, that you need to surrender to what was. You need to surrender what was to the earth to one day be transformed anew. So 2025 is going to be about renewal for you. And don't be afraid, and detoxing, whether it's people, things in your life that no longer work. Clutter is what I'm hearing. Shedding all things that do not work. Making a list of, oh, wow. And look at this, courage. Got to have, man, yellow and orange are always about courage. And so this is the first time a yellow card, I'm going to have to hold it up here so you can see this. But this is a, I'm having to get this. It's circles of healing, which is a soul activation and radiant manifestation through sacred words and color and the mandala that you see here. This is a mandala. So this says, I entered the sacred solar mandala, receiving the 9 rays of blessing, bathing my entire multidimensional being in divine radiance. So yes, have some courage, honey, because you are filled with the divine radiance of life and sun, and you are a bright light. That's what I'm hearing. However, there have been some people challenge some things and situations that have been trying to challenge you. Spirit is saying you need to release that in 2025. Don't even worry about it. Okay. And just have the courage to say, just to know that once you release it, new will come. Okay. You can't get, if your hands are full, if my hands are full with these cards like this, I can't pick up anything else, right? Because if I'm looking at all of this, I have to put this down to get this. Okay. So Spirit is saying, have the courage to be able to put down what no longer works. Wow. So this Faith Camp card came out. I'm going to just read this. I'm confident I will achieve my goals. I live in the present and have faith in the future. I firmly believe in my values within the universe. So that's what I was telling you, to have the confidence. This card just came out for somebody else, and yes, I did shuffle them. I just know that I have the confidence to know that Spirit speaks through all these cards. So we're going to go through all of them for you, because Gemini, we're going to do 2 for both sides. Inner beauty. I open my eyes of my heart and direct my gaze to the light within every being. Personality and physical appearance are in the image of man. Beauty and goodness are in the image of God. So remember that. Goodness. I overcome my imperfections polish my character and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself. This is why Spirit wanted me to show you all of these cards. This is how you get to free yourself. Say this as much as you can, or copy, screenshot these, and just keep them with you throughout the day. I overcome my imperfections, polish my character, and feed on the positive. Thus, I free myself. allowing my goodness to manifest and become a source of joy. That source of light card. Through gentleness, I offer unconditional support, understanding, and love to myself and others. Unconditional love. Wow. That's how you're going to do it. You're going to be able to free and have unconditional love for yourself and others. Just because you free people or you release yourself from people does not mean that you don't have to hate people or things to release them. My heart is free from resentment. Oh my gosh, wow. Resentment towards others. I open the eyes of my heart and discover the light and beauty in every being. I am aware that suffering can cause distress and hurt in people. I see the pure child in everyone and practice forgiveness. That is how you're going to release what no longer serves you. Okay? So you have these 4 things that Spirit has given you to release the petals. All right? I'm going to leave those there. Okay. Spirit said pick this up, so I will. Emotions will be running high for you. Okay? So just know that emotions will be running high for you during this detoxing period. And I have one more thing for you, Gemini. Just remember that you are good enough. Okay? You are good enough. That's where that sun energy, remember your sun energy. What I'm hearing is wear yellow, even if it's not your favorite color. There are tones of yellow and gold that work for most people. So find the one that works for you. And books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So connect with your life purpose. Read if you don't understand or if you don't want to know more about what you need to do. Just pray about this whole detoxing thing and find some answers in some books for you. Okay, so that's concerning your career and life purpose for 2025. You may need to get some books, and surrender to your heart is what your love aspect of 2025 will be. So this is talking about your life purpose / career. This is for your love. It's easy to overthink love in 2025, Gemini, whether you're wondering where a long-term relationship is headed or analyzing every minute of a first date. Being thoughtful about love is important, but sometimes your head can get in the way of your heart. So it's asking you to journal. Books. Wow. In your journal, consider how you can surrender to love and let things unfold without resistance or analysis. How can you be more present in your love life? How can you release the urge to control things? Write yourself a short affirmation. You can write a whole bunch of them to help you return to the present moment whenever you're overthinking your love life. Okay? So that is your reading for 2025. So that's your overall energy reading for 2025. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. All right. So next on our list, this one says me. That's what I feel. Capricorn. That's funny. All right. So Capricorn, this is your reading, your energy reading or life reading for 2025. Millionaire. Wow. So Capricorn, that came out for you. That's your word of the year. That's so like Capricorn energy. And your card, the rose thread. Inner call, soul led, the mystic, living courageously. So let's see. I feel like I need to turn this first. They says, well, Spirit's telling me to find what pertains, what, okay. These are some thick cards, but I think I've gotten to, okay. I feel my heart's sacred wisdom supporting my soul unconditionally and restoring my being with deep and true love. So you have love for yourself, I think, and love for others. I think that's what's coming for you in 2025, Capricorn. And let's see what the Divine Mother has to say to you through the rose thread. So the rose thread is here. This is a card of the mystic, the one who's in touch with the depths of the inner world and the inner weavings of the world and beyond, way beyond. So you are an ancient spirit, Capricorn, is what I'm hearing. And you're dedicated to listening to the mysterious voice whisperings within. And what? I feel my heart's sacred wisdom. Wow. So you have sacred wisdom. This is just confirmation. To follow your intuition and living in accordance with that. To live by being guided by the rose thread. So to follow the rose thread means to be dedicated to walking the way of the rose, to be in service to humanity, and dedicated to writing a new story. It requires, let me stop and pause for 1 second. Your goal for 2025 is to write a new story. Some of you may or may not be in this position right now. However, it is requiring you to write a new story for yourself. So the rose has been a symbol of the mysteries for thousands of years, and the rose thread is the invisible path that the mystic follows. So it takes courage to trust it, for the path is different for every single person. This is why it requires courage to trust the inner call. But you can always say this mantra: I feel my heart's sacred wisdom supporting my soul unconditionally and restoring my being with deep and true love, right? This card is a sign that you're being called to follow this initiatory path led by the thread deep within. You may find that you're in a place of great change and are being called to have faith and gather up the courage to take the next step. This card is a sign of encouragement to keep taking the next step. It is acknowledging the courage it takes to live a soul-led life and honoring you for always taking the leap. So here is an affirmation. Whenever things feel unclear, especially when they do, I trust that I'm always led from within. That sacred wisdom leading from your heart. Your heart will tell you, guide you along the way. So let's look at some additional, an additional mantra that Spirit wants you to have in 2020. Positive thinking. Wow. So my life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which brings me well-being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe. Give it back to God is what it's saying. Anything that's holding you down in 2025, Capricorn, you're asking to give it over to the divine, the universe. People use that interchangeably. So just make sure that little by little, the light awakens in my being and I find serenity. So that's your positive mantra or affirmation you can keep and post. Post, I'm looking at it. Somebody's saving that on their phone when I said post. Wow, expect powerful change in 2025. Okay? Expect powerful change. Of course, this is all speaking to that. Wow. Okay, so these three came out. Surrender to the divine. So surrender. Place what is waiting for you in the hands of the universe. You are a go-getter. So You don't always have to feel like you have to take control of everything. Surrender to the wisdom and surrender everything to the divine that you know you cannot handle. And it's the time for healing. So this is a year of healing for you. Your inner call, soul led, the mystic, living courageously. Living courageously is freeing yourself up to be able to let go and let God, is what I'm hearing on that. So let's see what in your career or life purpose will be happening or you need to focus on in 20. Okay, a bunch of stuff fell out. Gracious, I can't. Okay. There's a lot. I just heard or felt like doors are opening for you. I just saw a bunch of doors opening just now. This says flowers. Working with flowers will open your heart. So that's how you can open your heart, is by being out in nature, and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So giving flowers to people while they're still here, but also giving compliments, sharing when somebody has done something well in your life, where they've supported you on your journey. Once you gain your heart's sacred wisdom, you'll know what to share. Protected. You are safe and supported while you change your career. So throughout this year, while you're changing your career and you're on your way to this status, just know that you're going to be protected. And let's pull. Okay, I looked right over here to the Art of War card. So let me give you something. Sons, communicate effectively. Wow, it just says, it's very easy to think that someone understands what you're trying to say just because you do. In all interactions, in person, on the phone, text, or email, ensure that what you're saying is clear, distinct, and understood. Give examples, think carefully about your words, and ask them what they think you have said to avoid errors in communication in 2025. Okay? All right. Capricorn, this energy is kind of bossy. It's like pick another card too. Okay, so I'm supposed to read this. The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace. Give it over to God again, whose only thought is to protect his country and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. So let's see what this says on this side. In 2025, Capricorn, don't let your ego get in the way. Getting your ego under control can be one of your biggest challenges in relationships. If you are good at something, that's wonderful. If you have weaknesses, then so be it. Don't worry too much about what others think of you. Your actions will show that you are what you believe yourself to be. So be yourself and believe in yourself, Capricorn. Okay? So that is what I got. Don't let your ego get in the way and communicate effectively. So we're going to put that there. All right. Okay. Listen, it's late, as I told you guys, and all the other readings I've done so far. So I'm going to, I said when I got to Capricorn, I was going to stop. So your, for love, okay, these are love notes, or for you, this is a love affirmation. Your love affirmation for 2025 is to be ambitious. Sometimes we don't give ourselves time to consider what we really want or need, and we end up settling for less than we deserve. So setting a goal can help you work toward building the love life you dream of. So this affirmation reminds you that you can and should set ambitious goals for your love life. Close your eyes and consider what actions you can take to align your visions with reality. Maybe it's pushing yourself to go on more dates or trying something new and exciting with your current partner. Once you have settled on at least one thing you can do to level up your love life, Repeat this phrase 3 times. Be ambitious. Now, I heard that with this, I'm supposed to choose something else as well for you. Don't know. It was the second card. Love yourself first. Before you can really open yourself to true love, you have to learn to love yourself. This affirmation reminds you to send love to yourself. To connect with these words, begin by sitting in a quiet place with your hands resting on your knees. Say these words 3 times. I love myself first. Breathe in and out twice. Now consider what you love most about yourself, big or small. Repeat those things in your mind over and over as you imagine your heart filling with warm, golden light that emanates throughout your body. So imagine light emanating throughout your body and really loving yourself. Stay there for at least 5 minutes. Repeat this affirmation whenever you need to feel a boost of confidence or self-love. All right, Capricorn, that is it. I wish you all the best on your journey for 2025, and I am giving you back your energy. Just know that you're protected. Okay? In love. Take care. All right, everyone. Welcome back to, well, I should say welcome back to, this is morning now. All right. So Aquarius. Perfect. So this reading is for you, Aquarius. So let's start off with your word of the year. And that word is resilience. So it's going to be very important for you to have the ability to bounce back. Now, here's the funny thing. I got some tea over here. Well, I should say some water. Okay. The funny thing is, with having an Aquarius, nature means that you are someone who doesn't necessarily, you are able to bounce back rather quickly because you are intelligent emotionally. Most Aquarius people are very emotionally intelligent. And so it's sometimes easier for you to see through things when they come, and it's easier sometimes for you to be able to bounce back. So since I've already shuffled these, oh wow, we're going to turn the Sacred Union is the energy that the Divine Mother wants you to know for the year and for 2025. And the Sacred Mother, the Sacred Mother, or Sacred Union, I'm sorry, I keep saying the Sacred Mother, the Sacred Union. So this year it's going to be dealing with relationships, and this is concerning relationships for you, connecting with people, and that's probably why it's saying resilience is how you grow. So people are here. We're on this earth to be able to stretch and grow, and that's what people do for us. They help us stretch and grow. And so having the ability to bounce back means that this year you're going to have the ability to bounce back from anything that's going to stretch or grow you. And through connection and division, love and hurt, compassion and separation, they unite, they invite you to return again and again to the most important relationship you'll ever have, and that's the one with yourself. The Sacred Union that's been waiting within. So it's not about your getting married. The Sacred Union is you finding yourself, and people around us kind of, it's almost like a pinball machine. That's what I kind of see when that's what the vision that's in my mind. It's like a pinball machine bouncing around. Now, you know, does that change the ball? Because the ball hits a bump. It's usually a stainless steel or some kind of a steel ball that rolls around. And even though it hits stuff really hard, the stainless steel ball never changes. And I think that's what Spirit is showing me that you would need to be like, so that you can really connect with yourself this year. And it's going to be through how you deal with your relationships. So there are some ways that like you think about, they're talking about in the in the explanation or the guidebook for this, it also mentions ancient Egyptian teachings like Father, Mother, Yab, Yum in Tibetan Buddhism, and they call it sexual alchemy in ancient Egyptian teachings, and sacred marriage in early Christian mysticism, and Kabbalah. That is, but every relationship, and with mystic couples such as Isis and Osiris, but each have the sacred masculine and feminine within. And sacred union through external relationship is always an invitation to deepen your own union within. Every relationship can be seen as an opportunity for you to really take a look at, especially the really challenging ones, really take a look at what that's here to teach you. The sacred union isn't just between you and another. It's actually returning to yourself. And when you return to yourself, you also return to humanity as a whole. So this year, you're focusing on yourself, learning more about yourself, so that when you come, so that you don't have needs, like you're not looking outside yourself for people to fulfill you. It's really, your focus this year is to really focus on the building the masculine and feminine, or the divine within you. Maybe you're being invited to grow through relationships, or perhaps you feel like you're being tested and stretched, or find yourself longing for something external. This is an invitation to deepen the connection within and embrace yourself, so that the more embraced you feel, the easier it is to embrace others. So sometimes you're looking outside yourself for happiness, for love, for all those things. And just know that there is a masculine and feminine energy within all of us. And that is the divine calling you to look and see what makes you happy. Make yourself happy. Do things to make yourself happy. Do things to make yourself feel loved. And that is easier. That is what the resilience is to bounce back into yourself, so that when you come back out, you're whole. And you can actually be that great person that you want for yourself, that you're looking for in others. Be that person for yourself. Okay? That is what I'm hearing. Okay, I already shuffled these, so let's see what your let's see what your heart healing or your healing card says. How can he do that? I see truth, wisdom, and heart-aligned helpfulness in every belief I choose to cultivate. So I see truth, wisdom, and heart-aligned helpfulness in every belief I choose to cultivate. So choose to cultivate the belief that you are able to bounce back. It's so funny. If you hear my dog outside, he's trying to come in to be a part of the reading. So I'm going to see if, hang on one second. All right, so we're back. Okay, so let's talk about the mantra for you peace. I am unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. Wow, so that's part of resilience as well, being able to embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. So that is definitely your affirmation that you can say to help yourself in the mornings. That you find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. It's awesome, Aquarius. Okay, so let's see the energy. Expect powerful change in 2025. This is so funny. If you look at some of the others, even if you shuffle the deck, it is funny how things come out. And sometimes there are things that come out that I don't ever see. But in this situation, there is powerful change. And I think with powerful change coming, you have to have some type of resilience. So this is telling you that through that powerful change, you want to make sure that you always start your morning by meditating, having some kind of peace, and joining that sacred union within yourself. Animals. This is interesting. It says, you understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as animals are a part of your life's work. So this is concerning your life purpose. So this is a life purpose card. And so in 2025, just if you're not an animal lover, maybe, start to just go by and visit, visit with some animals, kind of stay. Most of you probably do have animals in your life. If you do, then, then great. If not, then, maybe just consider just going to, not that you have to stay there, but just volunteering at like an animal shelter or something like that. You don't always have to have animals at your home, but you can spend time with animals and learn a lot about, resilience and love. Okay. Unconditional love. Animals definitely have unconditional love. This is a love note for you. And this is asking you to unpack your past. So this I'm pulling for 2025. This is your life purpose card. And then I'm also pulling one for love. So concerning your love relationships, this is telling you to unpack your past. Often, our conception of romantic love is deeply rooted in our early experiences, how we experienced love in our family dynamics, our first relationships, and our first heartbreaks. In your journal or on a blank piece of paper, consider your earliest experiences of love and how they have impacted your own journey. What lessons have you learned? What good can you build on? What not so good would you like to leave in the past? Now, here's the funny thing. I was just thinking about, they asked so many of you guys to journal, and I do have a journal that I created about readings, and it's called The Sacred Path. So I will put that link in the description box. Thank you so much. I hope this helps you on your journey. Definitely make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel, or like this video if it resonates with you for 2025. And if you have any additional, questions, there are opportunities for personal readings. I do those as well if you want something a little bit more in depth. And that link is in my bio as well, or in the description box. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful 2025, and I wish you all the best. All right, our next Virgo. Okay, this is a reading for all you Virgos out there, Sun, Moon, or Rising. We are going to look at just some things that you can focus on, your word of the year for 2025. And then we're also going to take a look at what Spirit has to, or a message from the Divine Mother. And we're also going to look at some life purpose for 2025. And all right, so you actually have two words, Virgo, so we're going to go do that. One is declutter. Interesting. One is declutter. The other one is to be adaptable. So those are your two words. So adaptable is your word for the year, is what I feel like. And then declutter is also a word for you as well for the year, Virgo. So that is funny that that two should come out. So you have declutter and adaptable. All right. So let's reach. So I've already shuffled these, so I'm just going to flip from the top. Oh my goodness, the rose thread. It's talking about the inner called, soul-led, mystic, living courageously. Basically, this is just saying to you that you have a very strong connection with the divine. And what I mean by that is you are someone who has a very ancient soul. And what I mean by that is your connection with the divine is just not by happenstance. You're very intuitive, and it is, and Spirit is calling you to connect with yourself again. But I will tell you how. So with the rose thread, it's you're in the depths of, you're in touch with the depths of the inner world and the inner weavings of the world and beyond, way beyond. They're dedicated to listening to the mysterious voice whispering within, to follow their intuition and live according with that. To living by being guided by the rose thread or the divine. Following the rose thread means being dedicated to walking the way of the rose, to be in service to humanity, and dedicated to writing a new story. It requires courage and faith and the willingness to pave a new path. This is very important because as you declutter and you become adaptable, you're going to need these two words as you go about writing a new story. And I think actually Capricorn had this as well, is that they need to write a new story for themselves. The rose has been a symbol of the mysteries for thousands of years. The rose thread is the invisible path that the mystic follows. It takes courage to trust it, for the path is different for every single person. This is why it requires courage to trust the inner call. And those who do so find a great reward. So my path, even though Capricorn had a path, Virgo has a path, or each individual person who's watching this has their own path, Spirit is going to, there are different threads. Like in order to make up this entire, even to make paper, there's like pieces that are all together. And it takes a whole number of pieces to be able to make up something whole. And so your unique thread, it's almost like you're one of these, or your path is one of these to make something whole, is what I'm hearing. This is why, again, it requires courage and trust to the inner call. And this card is a sign that you're being called to follow this initiatory path. So initiatory or initiations are just basically invitations to invite you to enter in on a journey almost. That's kind of how I see it. So led by the thread deep within, or spirit deep within, or urging deep within, you may find that you're in a place of great change and are being called to have faith and gather up the courage to take the next step. This card is a sign of encouragement to keep taking the next step. It's acknowledging the courage it takes to live a soul-led life and honoring you for always taking the leap. Be adaptable. Be okay with decluttering, whether it's people or things. Even when things feel unclear, especially where they do, I trust that I'm always led from within. So sometimes the decluttering can be of your mind and decisions as well. So just make sure that you're okay with making decisions and not worrying about what people think about the decisions that you're making. Okay. So we're going to I'm going to flip from here. Okay. You have two. Virgo, you have two. So this is very interesting. As I summon my brave and trusting heart, interesting because it's asking you to be brave and trusting, my soul dances towards a stunning sacred destiny. The beautiful unknown beckons. Oh my goodness, right here. The beautiful unknown, which is what you're being asked to. And look at the blue, the water there that you're actually, water is knowledge. And so the beautiful unknown beckons. As I summon my brave and trusting heart, my soul dances towards a stunning sacred destiny. How beautiful is that? It's like your soul dancing. So I'm going to put that there. I release. Okay, let me make sure I'm doing this. Yes. Okay. I release, declutter. So these are your two. Oh my goodness. Wow. These are your two words. This is about being adaptable. This is about decluttering. I release through the crown chakra, surrendering gracefully into expansive spiritual freedom, ready to embrace new grace. So you will release through your crown chakra. This is usually the purple cards are dealing with your crown chakra. And that is, if you're not familiar with your chakras, that is the chakra at the top of your head. That is your connection with the divine. This rose thread is talking about your connection with the divine and being, and you release that declutter, whether it's clutter in your mind, whether it's doubt, because doubt can clutter your mind. So think about not just decluttering your environment, but also decluttering your inner space as well. So release through the crown chakra, surrendering gracefully into expansive spiritual freedom, ready to embrace new grace. So be adaptable. There's a lot of energy in here, almost like the energy of change is coming for you. So let's look at a healing energy saying for yourself. So what's something that they can take with them and say in the mornings? That is to be calm. I breathe, live, and grow the light within me. I do one thing at a time. Oh my goodness, wow. I'm going to tell you why I say, oh my goodness, wow. I do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts. We just talked about that. All fear dissipates and I find peace in my being. This is asking you to take, again, the spirit is underlining, even with the blue, is to asking you to take one step at a time. So in order for you to make this adaptable change or to connect with what your soul is really, really longing for, you have to take one step at a time and to remain calm and be adaptable. Let's see what spirit has to say to you through the moon. So the moon is kind of like the guidance card. So a fiery climax is going to be approaching for you. And that is why you need to declutter your mind and not doubt, so that as you start on this journey, that there will be a climax for you. Full moon in Aries. So just be aware of, there's going to be a fiery climax, but just, what does it say? Remain calm. Don't get off your path. Stay adaptable and don't doubt that, because sometimes you can think of things as being good or bad. Spirit is saying don't do that. All right, I'm going to pull out a card here. Let's see here. What card do you have for them, Spirit? Says, what does friendship mean to you? So this might be a fiery climax with a friend. Think about friendship, how you define it, and why you bestow this special trust on specific individuals. We are often polite to strangers, not knowing if they are friend or foe. Friendships form as doubt slips away, and we let them into our affections through words and actions. We should be open to the offer of friendship if it pleases you. So he who exercises no forethought but makes light of his opponent is sure to be captured by them. Therefore, soldiers must be treated in the first instance with humanity, but kept under control by means of iron discipline. This is a certain road to victory. So these cards are from the Art of War. So what it's telling you is Be open to the offer of friendship, but you just have to make sure that you know, kind of stay adaptable and not necessarily look for you know, that offer. What else? Now I feel like I want to pull another card to see what is it about this friendship. What is the fiery climax? Let me see something here. Okay. This just says that the end of a tough cycle approaches for you. Full moon in Capricorn. So that's what it is. There's going to be the end of a tough cycle that you have in friendship. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay? So just remember that. So just stay adaptable. Continue on your journey and don't worry about what's going to happen. It's the end of some relationship or some troubled relationship. Yeah. And it could just remember to follow the thread is what I'm saying. Just remember to follow whatever the divine has for you. Freedom. Wow. And you are free to do what you choose. Okay. So this is your life purpose. So your life purpose for 2025 is freedom. I would also write declutter, adaptable, and freedom in your journal for 2025, or your word could be freedom, which means that you are free to clutter holds you back. So that can be freedom from that, and freedom to just be is being adaptable. So let's look at, so this is your life purpose for 2025 is an overall feeling for it. Okay. It's just to remember that freedom is going to come from when you release doubt, when you stay calm, when you're adaptable. All of these things are leading up to freedom. You're free to do what you choose. Don't worry about what's going to happen, or if you have to, you know, leave a relationship, or if there's a fiery climax that does approach, you know, don't worry about that. Be ambitious. This is your love card, and it is a love affirmation for yourself. So this is an affirmation, is that sometimes you don't give yourself the time to consider what you really want or need, and you end up settling for less than what you deserve. So setting a goal can help you work towards building the love life you dream of. This affirmation reminds you that you can and should set ambitious goals for your love life. Close your eyes and consider what actions you can take to align your visions with reality. Maybe it's pushing yourself to go on more dates or trying something new and exciting with your partner. Once you have settled on at least one thing you can do to level up your love life, repeat this phrase 3 times. Be ambitious. So be ambitious, Virgo. Be ambitious. Be ambitious with your love life. Okay? And only do what you see. So whatever you feel on the inside, or you're free to do whatever you want this year. This is your year of freedom, Virgo. All right. All right, Virgo. I hope this helps you for 2025, and I wish you all the best. All right. Aries. Okay. All right, Aries. So this is your reading, and your word for the year is celebrate. Okay, so that's funny. I heard. All right, we're also going to pull one more. Empower. Celebrate and empower. Okay, so whether you are empowering yourself or others. So we're going to look at Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion, humanity. Okay, that is your overall reading or your overall energy or divine energy for 2025 is to return to each other, compassion, and humanity. And with the Mother Rose, The Mother Rose, as you can see, you can see the rose in there. There is it's a sacred symbol of the feminine. Even though you may not be born a female, we both have yin and yang energy, which is, divine, masculine, and feminine that make a whole. So a sacred symbol of the feminine, the rose has been here much longer than us. In ancient times, garlands of roses were placed around the statues of mother goddesses in worship of her. However, we are all her children. She connects and unites us all. Now, here's the thing. If that's not something you believe in, because that's where I feel a very strong pulling, you have to empower yourself to say, okay, what is the message? And so this card is a returning to the union by facing what's been broken in your life, separated and severed, to realize that we're all human, and while harm has been done, what's needed now is for you to acknowledge what's happened and endeavor to find a way to return to each other, to realize that it's possible for two people to have a different experience at the same time, and that both can be true. So there's been some division in your life, Aries, and you're being called to make that right. Like, go back and, it's okay if their truth is not your truth. I do know Aries are very strong. They're a cardinal sign, so they're very strong and empowering, but the empowerment and the celebration is going to come from your being able to, and I'm not talking about toxic relationships here, but there is someone or something within yourself, you know what this is. It longs for humanity to drop our defenses and reach out to each other with deep honesty and compassion, to face and untangle the sadness, anger, and hurt from your heart with the help of the grace of God, to dig your roots deep until you find common ground. So don't be afraid. Spirit is empowering you this year to be able to celebrate, Aries, and go deep in your, have some deep conversations. Don't, because sometimes Aries can be, my way or the highway, or very just impulsive in nature, and that's okay. Which relationships are difficult for you now, it's asking you to ask, who has hurt you? How can you soften and express your truth without being defensive? How can you open yourself up to the possibility that two truths can exist as one? Their truth and your truth can be truths. It doesn't have to be a right or wrong. So Spirit is empowering you this year to take a look at a lot of the relationships that hurt you and mend. So this is saying, a prayer is, please show us how to find our way back to you, the earth, and each other. Please help me to acknowledge what's difficult for me, and may my heart be filled with compassion for all. So this is really talking about your ability to be able to have compassion for whoever the people are that you need to have or to mend your relationships with. Okay, let's look at this card. Interesting. So this is a root chakra card, or red card. It says, I tune into the healing power of my heart's sweetness, recognizing that I am worthy of kindness, love, and care. So you are worthy of the kindness, love, and care that's coming for you once you are able to go back and release. Spirit is empowering you to release any kind of hurt. Just know that, hey, if their truth is not my truth, it doesn't matter. We can all, leave on common ground, and, you can actually have compassion for whoever was in that situation with you. So yes, I did shuffle these, and yes, the calm came back again. So perhaps you need this. So funny. I breathe, live, and grow the light within me. I do one thing at a time and focus on the present moment. I cast off my doubts, All fear dissipates and I find peace in my being. So there needs to be some calm while you're doing this, while you're on your way to healing. I'm looking at this Dalmatian stone. I don't know if this resonates with any of you, but for those of you who are carrying, is it Dalmatian jasper? I'm not sure, but if you look up Dalmatian stone, it'll show you this and it'll tell you what you need to, what it's going to represent for you. And if you have any jewelry, you can always, keep that with you. Let me see. I actually have the box here. Hold on. I can tell you exactly what it is. The Dalmatian jasper, that is right. It brings joy and solar energy. So that will help you to bring joy while you're going through, this whole conversation or whatever with someone. You can always have that. All right. And there's spirit confirmation from my little puppy dog. Nothing yet is set in stone. Mutable moon. So even though you feel like you can't go back, Spirit is saying that you can. Because nothing yet is set in stone in terms of whatever this relationship is that you need to go back and mend. It's not saying it's never too late is what this is saying. And tune into the healing power by your heart's sweetness. Bring sweetness with you. Recognize that you are worthy of kindness, love, and care. Give yourself the kindness, love, and care. Fill yourself up. Then go and have a conversation with that person. And remain calm, okay? Or those people. This could be a bunch of people. Let's see what your life purpose, what's the energy around Aries' life purpose for 2025? And that is author. You have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. So while you're out there healing, just make sure that you make the time to write your story. The other thing I would say too is when you are, I've worked in publishing, just make sure that when you're writing a story about someone, that you get their permission to use whatever parts that is, if you're going to use their name. If not, then, and you also want to get with your attorney to make sure that what I'm saying is true. I'm not giving you formal advice. So there's that. All right. So let's see what love note or love affirmation comes up for you, Aries. So this is concerning the energy of your love for 2025. And I am told to flip it over. Love yourself first. So before you can really open yourself to all of this stuff that you're going to be dealing with in 2025 in terms of healing relationships, you have to love yourself first. Before we can really open ourselves to our true love, this is why you're healing old relationships, because it's going to open you up to true love. You have to learn to love yourself. This affirmation reminds you to send love to yourself. Connect with these words. Begin by sitting in a quiet place with your hands resting on your knees. Say these words 3 times. I love myself first. I love myself first. I love myself first. Breathe in and out twice. That's how you remain calm as well. Now consider what you love most about yourself, big or small. Repeat those things in your mind over and over as you imagine your heart filling with warm golden light that emanates throughout your body. Stay here for at least 5 minutes. Repeat this affirmation when you need a boost of confidence and self-love. You need to be able to take that with you whenever you're going. Fill yourself up before you go out and have these deep conversations with the people who maybe your truths don't match, or maybe you left in a situation where, or you left a situation where you, where you were, where there was some hurt or anger or things like that. But you're going to celebrate at the end of this, this year, or during this year, you're going to be able to celebrate, and Spirit is empowering you to do that. I'm looking at these crystals, Spirit is showing me again, you probably just need to see about getting some crystals for yourself. One is the black obsidian, that's grounding, protective energy. So you can always, there are some necklace holders or whatever, because crystals are energy, just like diamonds. These are the same thing as diamonds. They're just like crystals that come from the earth. And the thing about crystals is that they're formed by water, right? And water is the beginning of life, and it has all the knowledge and wisdom. So keeping a crystal close to you, or crystals power your cell phone. So if crystals have power like that, then you should use some of these things to lay on your chest to be able to power you. So the other thing that I see as well is the blue aventurine, balanced energy and motivation. So this is going to give you some balanced energy and motivation. All right. Okay. Well, that ends your reading for 2020 to kick off 2025. And please, if this resonates with you, please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful 2025, Aries. Thank you. All right. So 2025, we are looking at Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising. This is your reading for 2025, your overall energy for 2025. That is what I'm hearing, and that there are some cards that I also need to bring forward. It's like a lot of energy around you for 2025, Sagittarius. I am feeling that I've read these cards for everyone else, but I am feeling like, okay, I'm supposed to pull this specific card for you as well. And I will read from the guidebook. This is from a different deck. Okay, I just had some decks sitting there. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. So this is what I'm seeing for you and your overall energy for 2025. Okay, I'm going to sit this here. 51 or 6. Some of you may be turning 15, 51. This is, or you might have been born on the 15th of the month. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. Not sure what that. All right. So for you for 2025, embrace opportunity. When you look up into the velvety dark blanket of the sky, covering the vast expanse of space, can you count all the stars twinkling above? It's telling you that your life right now is alive with possibility and needs your clear focus to hone in on what avenue of exploration most calls to you, Sagittarius. So as the adventurer is asking you to focus in on what avenue of exploration most calls to you, it's time to choose and not be distracted by the sheer magnitude of what may be. Be here and now is asking you to be present. Gather your thoughts and your most cherished dreams. Focus on the brightest star in your never-ending sky and take small steps, small movements toward calling this glittering potential into reality. If you can imagine this and hold that vision, you will summon all the celestial helpers and guides to aid you in bringing it into fruition. Wow, so this is your year of bringing your most exciting dream into fruition. Keep your focus on the essence of potential rather than the form of it. So don't look at what's forming in front of you. Look at the essence of it. So just continue your focus on the potential rather than the form of it. The universe has its own ideas of how best to serve you and all of us at the same time. So trust this as fact rather than theory, and you ought not act surprised when your dreams come true, for they surely will exactly how you need them to, not necessarily how you want them to. So What this is saying is that when you set that intention or that goal, don't worry about how it's going to come to pass. Just keep taking your steps forward. Have faith about the steps that are being taken. And so that was what I needed to read for you for 2025. Let's take a look at your word for the year. What is Sagittarius's word for declutter? So your word for the year is to declutter. All right. All right. So just make sure that you declutter. Sometimes that is just your mind. Sometimes that is just your dreams. So you probably need to declutter. It's asking you to declutter a lot of your thoughts, like jump from here to here to here. So what you're being asked to do is to actually just focus on that one dream. Okay. Let's look at okay. All right. Lineage of the rose, moved by the goddess, here for this soul call gather. So let's see what the divine feminine message is for you through this card, or lineage of the rose. Okay. Butterfly in the sky. Take a look. All right. These times, these changing, divisive times, your soul chose to be here right now for this. So you chose to be here right now for this, to experience this part of life. You're part of a collective team led by the goddess, by the mother of us all, to reweave the thread of the rose back into the tapestry of humanity, to make spaces where all people feel cherished and safe, to heal and be healed from the destructive patterns of patriarchy, to be part of the return of the goddess to the earth. If you've been doubting your path, you're being called to look within and trust the whispers and weavings from the caverns deep. Oh, wow. This is saying limitless possibility. This whole thing of you're trusting that you have your goal, but everything is going to work out. You actually asked to be here at this time, Sagittarius. So this card contains with it a confirmation of the inner call and reassurance that you're not alone in it. The mother of us all thanks you for being part of these changing times for humanity. She acknowledges your devotion to doing your best to support yourself and others in their journey back home to themselves, to each other, and to the earth. She wants you to know that she's available to guide you every step of the way. Speak, sing, and dance with her. You are led, you are led, you are led, Sagittarius. So how are you being called to commit more deeply to humanity and the earth? So that is a question that you can ask yourself in your journaling time, is how are you being called to help reweave? Wow, what an amazing gift to be able to be a part of the reweaving of humanity back from a patriarchal, and with this being the end of an age, we're now going back into a matriarchal perspective, or the divine feminine is coming on board in the earth, and they're letting you know that you have a big part of that. So that's why you need to be okay with just allowing things to be, just set the intention and just allowing it to come. Your biggest and most awesome desire for yourself and for the earth. So it's being shared that you are able to make those things a reality through your efforts. So this says, cleansed and energized, the sacral chakra bursts radical loving change to transform potential into paradise and dreams into destiny. Here is your card that you can, that's saying that is actually the sacral chakra is, it's going to be birthing. You're going to have that confidence to declutter your mind, to help write the path for yourself and for others this year in 2025. And how you do that is you actually don't have to do it. It's saying rely on your team. You have a spiritual team, rely on them. Don't worry about how it's going to come to pass. Just write the vision, make it plain, and it's already giving you the confirmation that this loving change is going to transform potential into paradise and dreams into destiny. What's the word for, or what's a mantra, a morning mantra, healing energy? So this is about your word, and this is about your message. These are about certain parts of your year. So this is giving you, talking about healing energy for you, and there are two. One is everything turns into light. There's the sacral chakra again. I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, embrace all that life brings to me. Wow. Let's read this again. Everything turns to light. I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. There's transformation again. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. So those are some things that you can say to yourself in the morning. The other one is positive thinking. My life is full of small patches of light. I direct my thoughts to that which brings me well-being. I place what is weighty for me into the hands of the universe. Little by little, the light awakens in my being and I find serenity. You can get there through positive thinking. What is a moon message for you? A new start is coming. A new moon. New start is coming for you, Sagittarius, in 2025. So that's why it's asking you to write what you want, that you are going to be the author of what you want that to be. So you need whatever your biggest desire is in 2025. Spirit is saying that it's going to come true, because you also will include a message for humanity, not just for yourself, but a message that you want, a loving message for all of humanity. This is going to be talking about your career or your life purpose, not career, but just your life purpose. What is the energy of Sagittarius' life purpose for 2025? I'm going to pull two. One is options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. So make sure you write the vision. And freedom. You are free to choose. You're free to do what you choose. So do what you choose. Write that. Woo, this is definitely confirmation for you, Sagittarius, just to write the vision. Write down your deepest desires in your heart. Don't get cluttered by, well, I want this, I want that. Write down what not what somebody else's, because we can't control other people, but you can control your situation. Not sure why I needed to kind of have that in there, but you are free to do what you choose. I'm going to put this right here, so that way I can go ahead and you have a love affirmation card for 2025. So this is concerning love for you. And again, that is to be ambitious. Sometimes you don't give yourself the time to consider what you really want or need, and you end up settling for less than you deserve. So again, in your life, perhaps you have just thought about what you wanted and was, anyway, I'm not going to judge, put my own thoughts in here. What I'm saying is that if you end up settling for less than you deserve, set a goal that can help you work towards building the love life you dream of. So this affirmation reminds you that you can and should set ambitious goals for your love life as well. Close your eyes and consider what actions you can take to align your visions with reality. Again, whatever's inside of you, deep inside of you, that's what you want to be able to write down, not what you're settling for, okay? not for what's in your present moment, because you have a new start coming. So you need to be the author of what that is and not just accept what's coming to you. That's what I heard. Close your eyes and consider what actions you can take to align your visions with reality. Maybe it's pushing yourself to go on more dates or trying something new and exciting with your partner. Once you have settled on at least one thing you can do to level up your love life, repeat this phrase 3 times. Be ambitious, okay? All right. I hope that helps you, Sagittarius, on your journey. And if this resonates with you for 2025, please like the video. And if you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. And there are some other timeless readings. As you know, I had to take a hiatus, and I do readings as I feel led right now. But there are some timeless readings that are in my channel. So you can definitely go and check those out. All right. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, and I wish you a wonderful 2025. Here's cheers to a wonderful 2025 for you. All right. Scorpio, this is your reading for 2025. This is the overall energy for 2025. This is just offering some insight to you for 2025. Okay. Let's get started. There is feeling also for you to have Shaman's Dream card pull. So I'm going to shuffle this as well. Yes. Okay. Okay, Woodwives, adaptability. That's what we're seeing here with Woodwives. That is the card that that I am seeing for you to be as well for 2025. And with the Woodwives, this is let's look at the guidebook here. It says, learn, be in the beginner's mind. Let go of your rigid notions of how things should be and be present to what is right now, unencumbered by your projections. Is there a storm brewing because things need to change? No worries. Nothing can uproot you now, and it will pass, and you will dance with nature and move with it all. Perhaps you're being given an opportunity to take a chance on something new, and you're not sure how far you can go without losing your footing. Have no fear, for when you remember your roots, your integrity, your authentic self, you can stretch yourself beyond the invisible line you drew. Go for it. You will be so glad you did. So this is just saying that this is a reminder for you to stay grounded no matter what life offers you. You need to know who you are and what you'll tolerate, what you've learned to date, and what boundaries to set so you feel good about yourself. Life is going to offer you something extraordinary now, and in order to learn and receive its blessings, you must remember that being grounded gives you more freedom, not less. You have everything you need. You have all it takes to do this right now. If you also keep reminding yourself to be flexible, you will be amazed by how well things play out for you. The Woodwives are both wisdom keepers and students of the new world, as these forest spirits have an uncanny ability to adapt to changing circumstances and always find the perfect way to grow and expand. They represent what you already know how to do. So you already know how to do what you're being called to do, but just stay flexible and maintain your adaptability, okay? I'm just going to turn it this way just so that I can keep it in the frame and not cover up your word or the zodiac sign name. What is your word for 2025? Oh, wow. So your word is detox. All right. Your word for the year is detox. So let's see what divine feminine message there is. And I have shuffled these about detox. Lineage of the rose. Moved by goddess. here for this soul call gather. All right. So the Divine Mother has a message for you. And in the lineage of the rose, this is saying that these times are changing times and divisive times, and your soul chose to be here. This is so funny. I shuffled all of these, and this was the same card for Sagittarius. So I just learned to go with it. You're part of a collective team led by the goddess, by the mother of us all, to reweave the thread of the rose back into the tapestry of humanity, to make spaces where all people feel cherished and safe, to heal and be healed from the destructive patterns of patriarchy, to be part of the return of the goddess to earth. You've been doubting your path. You're being called to look within and trust the whispers and weavings from caverns deep. The way of the mystic rose is walked by few and known by heart, not mind. Try not to overthink, rather trust the threads that are woven deep. This card contains within it a confirmation of the inner call and a reassurance that you're not alone in it. The mother of us all thanks you for being part of these changing times for humanity. She acknowledges your devotion to doing your best to support yourself and others in the journey back home to themselves and to each other and to the earth. She wants you to know that she's available to guide you every step of the way. Speak, sing, and dance with her. You are led, you are led, you are led. So this says, how are you being called to commit more deeply to humanity and the earth? And so that is by staying adaptable and detoxing things that no longer serve you. Or you're going to have a detox or a shedding of things that no longer serve you. So let's look at how. You know what? Hang on one second. I'm going to. Okay, so let's look at this card for you. That is the, all right. All right, so the lineage of the rose, I'm going to tell y'all something. I thought that I did not flip that card, or I did not shuffle the card deck. So I shuffled it again and the same card came back. So I was like, did I shuffle this? It's early in the morning. So, and that same card came right back up. So Spirit's like, no, you're doing it fine. So great. I thought that, because this one had another card. So I was like, did I not shuffle the deck? I know I did. Anyway, so it's I tune in to faithfully listen for the authentic, empowered, creative voice of my soul, guiding me flawlessly on my life's journey. So I tune in faithfully, listen for the authentic, empowered, creative voice of my soul, guiding me flawlessly on my life's journey. So this is definitely a third eye, or it could also be your intuitive nature, which is why you have that blue card there. So and there was another card, because the same card flipped over that was for Sagittarius, and so that's what made me doubt that. So I just it's so funny that this card flip back over. Now this card did not, but if you want to go back and look at the card for Sagittarius for this, that was a card that was still there as well. I don't want to have to try to go back through the deck to find it, but if you just look at Sagittarius's, you'll see what that card said as well. I've never done that before where I've shuffled and had the same two cards. But anyway, trust. Maybe that's for me. And you. Trust. I trust my life and my strengths. Each moment guides me to the light. Everything on my path is placed there for my growth. So just knowing that it's not me. It's just, you know, there are things that Spirit wants me to share. So just focus on your sacral and your solar plexus. I'm hearing wear a lot more yellow and orange, even if it's just something that's like a pen. Doesn't necessarily have to be a full outfit. It could be yellow toenail polish. It could be orange. I typically like to wear orange or things like that sometimes myself. But if it's not a color that you wear all the time, maybe just, you know, take a scrunchie and put it on your arm, or take some, you know, get some different orange or yellow beads that you can wear as a bracelet. Okay. You can always do that too. But this is your affirmation for 2025. Trust. I trust my life and my strengths. Each moment guides me to the light. Everything on my path is placed there for my growth. So this is what a mantra that you can screenshot this and just keep it and tell yourself that in the mornings. All right, Scorpio, what is your message, your moon message? Is that emotions are running high. Emotions are running high. So that is one thing. The other is that a new start is coming for you. And yes, I did shuffle these. And yes, it was the same as Sagittarius. Oh my gosh, that is crazy. I just have to trust. Emotions are running high and a new start is coming for you, Scorpio. All right? Okay, it's so funny. Let's look at your life purpose for 2025. What energy is around Scorpio's life purpose? Artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other aspect of your life. So do crafty or artistic things that bring you joy. Doesn't have to be it could be singing, it could be dancing, it could be, you know, bringing some of those things back into your life that bring you joy. And it's going to be beneficial to your career and every other aspect of your life as well. Love affirmations. Let's see what love affirmations you have for 2025. Oh, interesting. True beauty is all around me. This affirmation reconnects you to the earth. When you feel yourself caught in a cycle of self-doubt or spiraling thoughts, it can be helpful to tune into nature to remind yourself of the abundance of the world around you. The beauty of nature and the ground beneath your feet remind you that you're part of something bigger, offering perspective and a sense of calm. Find a place to sit where you can see a plant, the sky, or some other element of nature, and repeat this phrase at least 3 times. True beauty is all around me. True beauty is all around me. True beauty is all around me. So if you don't do it in 2025, you at least had to listen to it. Okay. What Spirit was telling me while I was doing this is the reason why these same cards kept coming out. Okay. Even though I had done everything that I'd done for everyone else, I had already shuffled the decks. I had already done all of those things. Spirit is telling me that your 2025 is about trust. Because sometimes whenever I'm doing something or it happens to me, it's for me to be able to share with you. I started doubting. I was like, did I shuffle these? Did I say that I was going to detox? You know, that's where the adaptability comes in, because some of the stuff may still look the same. However, and that's where the emotions are running high could be coming from, but a new start is coming. And everything that we were telling you or everything that you're detoxing, sometimes it may look like there's no change, but trust your life and your strength, and that each moment is guiding you to the light. Everything on your path is placed there for your growth. So whether or not it looks like it or not, everything on your path is there so that you can grow from it. All right. Thank you so much, Scorpio. I hope you have an amazing 2025, and that you learn to trust, you know, each step that's going to be taken on your path. All right. Also, if this resonates with you, please make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel. I also have some journals, a Sacred Path journal that I have made to help you with your, with all of these notes from the different readings and things of that nature. So please take a moment to be able to check that out in the description box. And I wish you all the best. Thank you.